you've got young kids, how do you then prioritise yourself, your self-care, your goals, your work, anything else that you add into that whilst having the kids. Welcome back to the channel. It's me and little Axyl. Today he's my baby. Myself and Mikey made the decision to take Axyl out of his daycare. The reason being he is currently in the baby room at the childcare centre, and I spoke with the educators there and we both agreed we would have wanted to see him make some little behavioural changes in terms of showing that he had trust and he felt comfortable and he felt safe in that environment. Unless one or two certain educators are there, every single day without fail he tells me that he's scared and he says, "Mummy, I don't want to be scared." His key workers that he really takes to, they're not going to be there unfortunately, and I just thought I just can't do it. And the thing is, he could cry all day long and they wouldn't call me, and that's what's happened before, that he was upset all day and no one told me. Shadow in that box?
Yeah.
What's he doing in that box?
I say box.
Is he in that box?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
You're my baby.
Good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Today is the first day, this is Monday, and this is the first day of the week where we're in this mindset of Axyl's not going to be in daycare. Let's see what we do with our week, basically. This morning we went to a new playgroup and it was lovely. We're now just doing some Play-Doh. I'm having a look at some research for my YouTube channel and like planning out what my new routine is going to be, having Axyl at home with me and everything else. You want outside, Bobby? Oh, you opened it. You already opened the door. Axyl, guess what? Guess what Mummy and Daddy have ordered for the garden? A trampoline? Yeah. You excited for a trampoline?
Yeah, it's not going wrong.
You're gonna bounce and jump. Next week, Mummy and Daddy are gonna get the big playground with the slides and the swings.
On the slide.
Yeah, you want a slide?
And on the swing.
And there's monkey bars for Ella because she loves her monkey bar. You can learn to do it. Ella can show you how to do it.
That's what trampoline.
Daddy wants a trampoline.
You're just going jumping.
Daddy jumping on trampoline. There's also a basketball hoop, so you can throw balls into the basketball hoop. I know.
We're going back it back.
So there's lots of exciting things happening. We're hopefully going to get rid of all of this. And I'll show you because Mikey has cleared out a lot of the bushes. Currently what the garden is looking like, all of this was hanging down. There was bushes, grass, leaves, like I'm not joking, it looked like the gardening hadn't been done in seasons. Like there were seasons, multiple seasons worth of leaves all over there. And this is where we found the baby snakes. And then all the way around here there was like tons of bushes around here. And then again this was all hanging down, so this is all being cut up and dug up. I need to get some seed to maybe hopefully try and fill in some of the gaps in the grass. And then yeah, we need to get rid of all of that, don't we? Well, my plan for this week is to make a list of all of the things that I would do when the kids are out of the house, and then have a look at my week and ask myself how I can do it around that. What I said to myself was, just because I've got kids doesn't mean I'm not going to do certain things, and of course there are definite time restrictions and limitations that having kids does to you versus when you don't have them there. I still want to be very intentional with my time, and I still want to show the kids how to prioritise the things that they love as well by seeing me model that. And obviously I'm very lucky that my job now is creating YouTube content, so I'm not having to juggle working a full-time job or whatever. I was wanted for myself, and I've always been very intentional over the past 10 years of saying I want to get paid for doing things that I am excited about, that I am passionate about, and I want to create a lifestyle that reflects that. And I'm very grateful and proud of myself that that is what I'm now doing. So this is just an extra little layer in that. You've got young kids, how do you then prioritise yourself, your self-care, your goals, your work, anything else that you add into that whilst having the kids? Because I feel like there's some healthier habits that I want to create now that, oh bless you, now that we're a bit more settled in the house and where we're at, and I want to figure out how I can make that happen. So the first thing you're going to do, and this is what I always do, and I have done this since I worked senior social media manager, working on like 9 accounts at the same time, you've really got to organise your time the most effectively. And the way that we used to do this within our team, we would each write a list of all of the tasks that we needed to get done for the week, and this was on a Monday morning. We would then write next to it an estimated time of how long we expected that task to take us, give or take 10%. So we would add an extra 15 to 30 minutes depending on how accustomed we were with a particular task. And then we would total that up, and at the bottom you would write the total number of hours that all of your tasks are going to take in the week. And then from that point, what you do is you then make a separate list and you go through your calendar, you go through your day-to-day, and you identify slots of time that you are able to have, and you then compare. So you would have 2 lists and you would have 2 total numbers at the bottom, and you would say to yourself, does the time that I need for all of my tasks fit into the time that I have available? So when you're doing this in a 9 to 5, it would be like if you've got 37 hours worth of stuff that you need to do in the week, but you only work 35 hours and you're contracted to 35 hours, and you would then need to take some tasks out. You would have to then prioritize the tasks in terms of importance or due date, and then move them to the following week or delegate them to someone else within your team. For me, as a family, I would be looking at my tasks and asking myself, how can I delegate these out to my husband, for example? Or is there anything within this that maybe I could get my kids to do, help someone with dinner? Obviously I'm not into the whole process of manual labour in my children, I don't think that that's their role. However, little tasks around the house is quite good for them. Or is it a case of, if I just cannot get out of this, I don't have the hours in the week, I also need to get this thing done, is it really something that has to be done versus something that I think I should do? Actually, it's not a life or death situation. I could skip it this week. Is it really something that I need to be bothering myself with when I've got other things that maybe I know I really want to do, have been wanting to do for a while, or are really important to me in my values in some way? I'm at home, if everyone else is at school and working, am I the one that always has to back up, always has to dust, always has to make the dinner? No, I'm not. So it was little things like that that I really realised, like how much time I was spending doing chores and then telling myself, oh well, I don't have the time to do XYZ because there's never enough hours in the day. You create your own time, okay? I fully believe that. I've just opened my book actually, and Ella's wrote I love you on here, and it's really, really cute. Like every time I open it, I see I love you mum from Ella and love hearts. Like my book. These are some brand pictures that I had done. My best friend got this made for me for my Christmas. So yeah, that's the best way of managing your time, to be honest. First thing, make that list of all the things you've got to do with a time next to each of it. Then go through your day-to-day, your week. How many hours do you have available to dedicate to just everything in general versus do you have work to go to, or do you have this, like when are you actually available? And then tally it up, and then it has to equal the same amount. And if you can't make those numbers fit, you have to delegate, you have to prioritize, and you have to ask yourself, is this something that I actually truly have to do, or could I just not do this thing? The reality is, when you say you don't have time for something, you're really saying, I'm choosing not to prioritize this. That's my little 2 pence on this. That's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to have a look and see how I can really fit things in. My only goal in my life was to get paid for being myself, and I feel like I'm finally doing that, and I'm really, really proud of that because it means that I get to prioritize the things that I want, that I need, that I value, that I prioritize, which is my kids and being able to be there for them and help them settle and not have to ask people, can I take some time off because such and such is sick? Or after COVID, I started posting on social media, all the things I knew about social media and marketing. My account went viral. People were asking me how they could work with me. I then signed a bunch of clients, and that's how I became self-employed. And that's what I mean about being intentional with what you say you're going to do, how you spend your time, what you spend your time thinking about, and then what you do as a result of those thoughts or alternatively what you don't do as a result of those words is so important. We are the creators of our reality. Of course, there are things in our life that we can't control, but we can control our reaction to them. And that's what I mean about being intentional. It's about asking yourself, what do I need? What do I want? What do I value? AKA, what do I prioritize? And then making sure that you carve out the time, you create the energy that your body needs to be able to fulfill those things. And it happens, it absolutely happens, not overnight, but it does happen over time when you keep consistently making those decisions. And that's what I mean. Now I've switched from that side of being self-employed in marketing. Now with YouTube, I love creating it, I love editing it, I love the research, I love the strategy behind it. You just upload your video, and for years, as long as people are searching for these terms and find your video, you can continue to make money on it. And I just think this is so much more satisfying to me. Do it by sharing who I am in my life and my experiences and what I'm passionate about and what I care about. Truly believe in my impact and my value as a result of that. Let's get into this and plan my week out, and then we'll go get Ella from school. You want to play Roblox with me later? Yeah. Daddy's home. Hi, Daddy.
What have you been trying to do? Hi, baby.
Okay, I've just gotten out of my bath and I wanted to share something, how we spend our time with intention and self-care, and especially if I'm now going to have Axyl at home with me the majority of the time. There's a lot of things that I would normally do when the kids are in bed or the kids are out of the house that I just can't wait to do that anymore, because otherwise I'll never do them. And I don't want to live my life thinking I can't do that whilst the kids are around to fully appreciate it or to fully get like enjoyment out of it, because then I feel like I'll really fall into this trap of never doing the things I want to do because kids are there. Like the kids are going to be there for my whole life. Do you know what I mean? So obviously not at this age, but so some of the things that I've been loving and something that I want to really do differently moving forward from this week is my self-care, but in terms of my skincare. So usually I would just wait until I go to bed and then I would do these things just as literally as I get into bed, put my headphones on and do my meditation and go to sleep. But what I want to do is, for example, when the kids are bathed, like they are right now, they're sat on the sofa with Mikey watching some TV and just chilling. That was when I then said, right, I'm just going to go for my shower, have my time, and then I'll get out and do my skincare and I'll sit in the bedroom, I'll put the lamps on. The sun is setting outside and I'm just like enjoying the evening sunshine, and it just feels really nice. That is something that I'm going to do, and I'm also going to start looking at like my journaling as part of this time as well. So if I give myself an hour to do my shower, my skincare, my journaling, then I feel like that's a really good start for carving out intentional time for me and to be able to decompress and everything else. Some products that I've been loving, let's start with in the shower. This niacinamide, I think is how you say it, gel face cleanser is so freaking good. I've never really had an issue with uneven skin tone or any of those sorts of things, but skin texture definitely get bumps along here and can do on my chin. Look how glowy my skin looks, and it's just so soft. Sometimes when you get a cleanser, I feel like after you get out of the shower your face feels really tight, like the skin feels tight, but not with this. Before I've put any serums or moisturiser on, it looks like it's got a really nice glow to it. So this is from KMart and it's their own brand. All of these are KMart own brand apart from one product. It's so affordable. I don't feel like anything was over $8. The next thing is a hair mask. So this is kind of empty because I'm obsessed with it. Every time I go down to Perth and I get to KMart, I buy another one of these because I never want to run out. I feel like this is a dupe of Olaplex. Now, I have used quite a few different Olaplex dupes, and I've used the real Olaplex stuff from my old hairdresser in the UK. She used to stock it and I used to just buy it when I was in there. This hair restore stuff is amazing. So because I used to have blonde hair, I don't know if you'll see it down the bottom, it's kind of like grown out now. And I'm actually going to cut my hair up to here, I think, to just get rid of all of that so that it's just my hair that's coming through in it. It gets very, very frizzy in this heat, in this humidity. I've been using this twice a week, and as soon as I do, it goes so soft, so smooth. I love it. Back onto body wash is this glycolic acid body wash. Brighten, refresh, exfoliate your skin, promoting a smooth texture. It also helps to smooth fine lines and wrinkles. I didn't buy it with the purpose of wrinkles, fine lines, exactly like that sort of thing just now. I kind of bought it because I was like, well, do you know what? I love the gel cleanser and this was the body wash that was there. So I just picked it up, and something that I have had a few times is like little bumps on my chest, like little tiny spots. And I think you could definitely get them from sweating when you've been working out and things like that. I wasn't entirely sure why I kept getting them. See this, they've started to go away because of this. It just works. I put it on a loofah, buff it onto my skin. I love it so much. It smells really nice. Then on to skincare. I have been using this hyaluronic acid serum. It's like a little dropper. I used to use the ordinary range, which is basically the same principle, tiny little bottle like that. It was only like £5. Very, very similar price point to these. And this feels great. My skin feels so good in the morning. So this cleanser, this, and then my moisturizer has been my 3-step system, to be honest. This moisturizer is a dupe of Nivea from Aldi in the UK, and I loved it that much that I bought a few of these to bring over with me. It's the Q10 Renew Night Cream. When this runs out, I'm going to get the KMart's version of their moisturizer because I love this range so far, and all of these products have been brilliant, so I can imagine that I'm going to love the moisturizer. But this has lasted me ages because I use 1 dot of it. It goes so far, and like this, that'll probably be with me at Christmas. I'm not even gonna lie. The last thing then is this treatment for your lip treatment. So it's like a little swirl. I think it's strawberry and pineapple I got. It's not gritty, it's just smooth, but it's very, very wet. So in the sense of a lip balm would absorb into your skin, this doesn't. It just sits on top of your lips. My lips have never been so smooth. I swear to God. I have quite a habit of when I'm thinking and I kind of like zone out a little bit, I really bite my lips, and they went through a phase of just being really dry. And with this, they have been so smooth, like no chaps in them. I even put some on Mikey the other night where I was like, do you want a little lip treatment? This will last probably years. I know it's a 12-month, you can see on the back, a 12-month expiry. I feel like it will probably go out of date before I've finished this. And I think that was about $5, $5 or $6, maybe not even that. Overnight lip mask. They had them in so many different flavours. And I feel like I want to buy one of these for my sister and my friends and literally send them home to them because so good. That is what I mean that I'm going to be doing. I want to like carve out an hour every night now, whilst the kids are still up, that I can come and do this. I think that will get me into the habit of not prioritising my time on like tidying up or cleaning or doing stuff around the house, or just kind of like sitting on edge anticipating the kids need me, especially when Mikey's at home, because he's more than capable of doing all of these things anyway. But then I just fill my time up with it unnecessarily. That's the plan. Now I'll go put the kids to bed, do my journaling, edit this video which you will see this week, and I feel like that's a really good routine that I can start to get into, and then I'll just feel a lot better about having Axyl at home like full time, because it's not then thinking, oh God, when am I ever going to do something for me? I'm just going to make that time, you know, I'll create it. So I'll pop the journal prompts in the description so that you can have a look if you want to do these. I just think when you are going through motherhood, you're going through a big life change, you're going through something, it always feels so chaotic. And it's funny because I know fine well we'll look back on these exact times and say these were the good old days. For some reason it never feels like that at the time. It just feels too chaotic, it feels too crazy, too out of control. I don't want it to feel like that. I want to be able to kind of like slow down enough to see the beauty and the love and everything else that is in the chaos. That's something that I want all of these practices that I'm doing just now to help me do that. Just purposefully slowing down to put some skincare on might not seem a lot, but actually there's a reason that your best ideas come to you when you're in the shower, because you've disconnected from a screen, from a phone, and you're just with yourself and your thoughts. Not lose our marbles all the time. I feel like we're going crazy. If you do the journal prompts and you want to share any breakthroughs that come through from that, again, put it in the comments. And if you love more of that, I actually share this in a private group. We get to then discuss them back and forth and, you know, give different perspectives. And I really love that we get to do that for one another. And it's just a one-time fee, and then you've got lifetime access. Have a look in the description for this. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Look.
Hat.
Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Do you have your buns sit on? You got your whale sharks?
You good.
Pick a nose. Don't pick your nose.